Hi, I'm back with another video tonight, and I am actually getting ready for bed here soon. But I wanted just to share a few tips on how to go on solo dates, even if it's just a couple things that I've learned. I think that it would help some of you, and I think that things that I have been incorporating as of late, and just enjoying your own company and just going out, getting over that fear of like kind of social anxiety and talking to people. But the first tip I would tell you is to actually wear something comfortable. Sometimes we have an outfit in mind, and I always say comfort. Wear something that we've already worn before, that you know you're comfortable in, that you know is flattering, and you know is gonna look good. And that's one thing that I like to do. Maybe like a little black dress and just heels that are comfortable. You want to be comfortable, you want to be yourself. It is nice to just dress up for yourself and show up in that manner, the same way you would to show up for any other date. You would get ready and do your ritual. And yeah, I think that would be a good start. The next tip I would say is sit by the bar. If you're going to a restaurant, sit by the bar, kind of like in the open seating area, just because it gives you a little bit more room to talk to the bartenders, and they kind of serve your food also. And it also gives you an opportunity to talk to the people next to you and around you. And I know that's something that some people don't want to do when they go out and dine. But if you want to socialize, then I would say that would be a good area to just start and just like get friendly with the staff there, with the bartenders, make friends with the hostess, and just small talk, and just really, especially if you really like that place and you're gonna go back. That's what I try to do even at my favorite restaurant. And at least, not that they remember me, but at least they can see that I'm friendly and I love the place and I love the restaurant. And one thing that really has helped me is slowing down. Slow down. Even the way that I drink my water, grab my utensils, like I rush to look at the menu, I've realized just calming myself down, scanning the room, looking at the environment, and just admiring the beauty. There's a lot of beautiful restaurants. They have the chandeliers, the lighting, the ambiance, just slowing down, taking a quick room scan, looking around, smiling, just having an open demeanor. Again, if you want to go and socialize, but you could have your own time by yourself and not necessarily need to socialize with everybody, but just slowing down. Also, slowing down, looking at the menu. We are so used to ordering our favorite food, our favorite things from the menu, that we don't try something new. And lately I've asked the staff, like, what do you think is good here? Like, what would you recommend? I always get this and that. What should I try this time? Trying something new and genuinely looking at the menu, reading the menu, and you'd be surprised at how many things you learn from just like looking at the ingredients in the menu, the mocktails, the specialties, asking questions about the menu and really taking your time learning about it. That will really keep like yourself busy while you're there, and you're not just like reaching for your phone, which was my next tip, is to not reach for your phone. Try to just refrain from using your phone. This is just alone time. Disconnect from it and just go out and make conversation, like I said. And I think that would really help you stay engaged and really just disconnecting from our phones. We're so used to being on our phones. Make friends with everybody else. The other tip that I have is I sometimes have to take a little breather, go to the bathroom, check my makeup, do whatever you need to do, and just kind of go into the bathroom. And even in the bathroom, all the girlies are friendly, which is very cute. It's very nice. They have mirrors there. You can take a picture if you want, and just like going, and sometimes you have to like get out of like the awkwardness, I guess, of like being by yourself. So going to the bathroom, taking a breather, relaxing, slowing down. You are not there alone. It's okay. And just calming yourself, that's really helpful. Sometimes I take a couple bathroom breaks and then I walk back slow and back to my table or to the bar area if I'm seated there. And really that just helps to kind of just ground you a little bit. Take a deep breath. Like I said, you're not alone. And this sounds funny saying it out loud, but when you're in these situations and you're just not used to going out by yourself, these little tips that you implement really helps you, because I've had to take a breather. Sometimes if I'm having an off day, or if I'm just like feeling a little off, or maybe it's a new restaurant or a new environment, I have to really say, okay, relax, it's okay. And of course, if you're there with friends or with your bestie, you're gonna have the best time in the bathroom. You know, the bathroom is where you have the most fun, especially us girlies. We take pictures, we hang out, we make small talk. So this is really cool. I love seeing this. This is one of my favorite things to do with my friends and even other people in the restaurants. The girlies are really there. So that's really nice to see. I think this is tip number 4 or 3. Okay, the next tip that I was going to give is I actually don't drink alcohol. So whenever I'm sitting by the bar, obviously there's alcohol around you, people offer you drinks, people buy you drinks. I try to stick to like a sparkling water with a little salted rim and lime. That really is refreshing, and it gives the bubbly taste of like a drink. Some restaurants have really high sugary mocktails, but if you want dessert, honestly, a mocktail is not a bad choice. I love mocktails. A lot of restaurants now are incorporating mocktails into their menu, which is really nice. And so it's an option to have. If you want to do the low calorie, you can do the sparkling water if you're into that, like a soda water, salted rim with lime, and it's just really refreshing. But if you drink and then that's okay, then go ahead and order your drinks. I know that some people call alcohol liquid courage. If it's your night to enjoy, go ahead and do that and just enjoy yourself, really. Of course, it's better if you have an Uber driver, so you're not worrying about having to drive or getting home safely, but I would leave that up to your judgment. And yeah, I think that's a really good thing I've started doing is just getting like sparkling waters and even like juices. They have like one of my restaurants that I go to, that's one of my favorites, they have like fresh juices, and so they incorporate that into their mocktails and their drinks, and they're really delicious. So that's a low sugary way to enjoy a mocktail or two, or a cocktail. Also, what I like to do, because sometimes I'm a nosy girl, the people that are sitting next to me, if they order like a delicious like dish or entree that catches my eye, sometimes I'll like look to them and just ask like, oh, how was your meal? Like your salmon or whatever looks delicious. Half the time I end up ordering that sometimes, just to kind of see it in person. Sometimes the menus don't have pictures, and so making small talk even with the people sitting next to you, if there's any people next to you, that's really nice, because people love to talk about their meals and what they get, and I love to say like the things that I get. So that's a really cool way to just try new things. I know I always stick to what I like, but sometimes I know I have to try new sauces, new dishes, new flavors. So that's one cool way to just make some talk. Another tip that I have is, by my neighborhood, and I know a lot of malls are like this, my shopping mall actually is like a big shopping mall, and it has restaurants all around it. And what I like to do, just to kind of continue the solo date, is walk before or after my my dinner or lunch, whatever time I go. And it's just a nice way to just like transition from the mall to the restaurant, and it seems less of like a distance. Sometimes you have to find parking, go to valet, get off your car, and it's kind of a process if you're going somewhere else. But if you're at the mall, you're already walking, you're already going on your solo trip, you're having a good time, and you're gonna go and have lunch or dinner, it's a good transition point to go from the mall to the restaurant. So that kind of saves you a little time, saves you the worries about having to find parking or what have you. And I love doing that. It's like I can sneak in and out from the mall and back. So that's really cool if you're able to do that. And you can also, I know a lot of malls have like activities. Like I know one of my malls has a museum, like an art exhibit museum. That's really cool. And some activities that you can do. I'm trying to think right now what other things you can do in the mall besides shop, but that alone, getting your steps in, going in and out of stores, that is time consuming, and I can find myself doing that for a few hours, of course. But these days I'm more of an online shopper, so I like to just go in the stores and just take a look and try things on. And I found that it was a good transition point to do 2 activities in one. And also, if you're a coffee drinker, there's a lot of coffee shops, cafes also, that's very convenient. And so you can even extend that and do like a coffee little drink or tea. And that's a good little activity also to add in there. So yeah, let me know if these tips help you. I think just doing the process of this and just thinking about how you already do this and you do this with your friends and other people, I think this will really get you into the routine of going on solo dates. Another example that I didn't even mention is going to the movies by yourself. I'll never forget, I told one of my sisters that I was going to the movies by myself, and I've done this plenty of times, but she thought it was the weirdest thing. She was like, "You're really gonna go to the movies by yourself?" I was like, "Yeah, I mean, it's not a big deal. It's like watching a movie." Anyway, try to explain it to her, but she thought it was the weirdest thing. I can watch a movie by myself, and it counts as a solo date, but of course, you're kind of more not socializing, and you're gonna be in the theater for a while, and just that's okay also. But I love going on solo dates with my going to the movies for solo dates basically. And I know a lot of people take like magnesium at night to sleep, or if they take like their vitamins that are kind of relaxing. You know, in the daytime I can't really do that. That'll put me to sleep and I'll just want to stay home. But yeah, I guess my next video should be of other locations of where to go, and ideas and places for solo dates, and just getting over that weirdness of doing public activities by yourself. So stay tuned for that video, and I hope to see you so soon. Comment below, whoever has gone on a solo date this week or is planning to, let me know. I'm so curious to learn about your experiences. So yeah, I'll see you soon. Bye.